Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is not financial advice. I just told you about your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. I wanted to say, family, you already know what time it is. The market has been coming down, but don't frown. Let me know where you at in the comments. I'll give you a shout out and show you some love. Hidden Riches, I see you. We got Tennessee in the building. I love to see the family rolling in. Come on in and tap in. Straight up. I see you. Greg, STL in the building. Good morning, family. Good morning. Love to see it. Hey, I see you. Zutall Prime in the building. Hey, Lady Caroline, GA in the building. Stacy, FL in the building. And that's a quick way to do it for those of you who are new here. If you just throw in your general area, even with a FL like Florida, that lets me know and let other people know who are in the family where you at, family. So shout out to Carlin from NY. If I ever say your name incorrectly, family, my fault. Shout out to Stanton. I see you. I see you. Love. New Jersey in the building too. Percy, I see you, big dog. Love it. Love to see it. Good morning. Texas, I see you. SLE in the building. Hey. Good morning. Canada in the building too. Straight up Wyoming, I got you. Stone from Wyoming. Love. SNCMG from DR. Love to see it. We got Lord Loud, I want to say. Jersey in the building. Family, tap on in. I love to see it. I see you. Shimey said it in Israel. Shout out to y'all, family. Shout out to you and the people you feel and love. Shout out to Chicago and the people you feel, the people you love, the people you know. Shout out to Arizona, all of the people you love. Mo, I see you. Love. Bruce from AZ. Shout out to AZ and all of the people over there. Shout out to Trinidad. I see you. Bros Fishing. Dose Bros Fishing. Chicago. Good morning. Shelly, I see you. Chicago again. I got a lot of people from Chicago in the building. And I love to see it. And what else I love to see, and hopefully it maintains, but you know we can't invest or basically trade with hope. But in this case, NVIDIA, as we watch it, she's pushing up ever so slightly. I want to show you over here. This is the chart. This chart that I'm using looks a little different than usual. As you can see, this one in the middle, it says Mumu. This is the Mumu chart because I might want to put that trailing stop loss on. If you don't have that ability to do on options, then I'm telling you, get every single access to all of the tools that you could get. Because again, they're going to help you in more ways than they won't. But look at this. We see NVIDIA currently at 134.50. When the market closed, I was down about 7% on that. And I told you, if you in fear, then go ahead and jump out. It's okay. Don't be upset. It's okay to jump out of a play. But I wanted to show you this. We were right over here. Let me see what level this is exactly when the market closed. Yeah, we're at about 131, right? I might even be able to see it over here. The previous close. Nah, it's not so obvious. It's not so obvious, but it's about 131. And now we're at 134. So if we open up at 134, that lotto that I got into last night, she should be cooking up pretty nice. Not nothing crazy, but I would say close to 15% up. That's if we maintain this relative area. And I actually want to show y'all a tool that I may have shown you in the past, but I want to put y'all up on game. So family, class is in session. What I want you to do is put in this emoji into the chat. If you on an iPhone, it's going to be easy. If you on an Android, I don't know what to tell you, but you tell me. So type in grad, GRAD, into your emojis, and you're going to see the graduation hat. Put that in the chat. KGU classes in session. I'm going to show you the options calculator right here. So let me move myself over. All right, boom. So you can see it a little bit better. And this one didn't pop out exactly how I need it yet. It's showing all of my desktop screens. Let me make it show just Chrome options calculator. All right, boom. So now we all set. I see them rolling in. Family, I'm going to show you how to get an approximation as to what an option is going to be as it moves. And it's better to do this before you get into the play than getting in after the play. And this is particularly important when you want to hold the option overnight. When you're getting in and getting out like a sniper, you don't always got to do that. But when you want to hold something for a little bit, I'm talking about even 2 days, this is worth giving a shot. So you're going to Google the words option calculator like I did up there, and then you're going to go to it. and click on the first link. Notice this pattern right here, right? It's like red and green, but this is it. Optionsprofitcalculator.com is what it is. But we click on it, and let's see if my computer gonna be slow or whatever. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. And we're gonna look at long calls, which are bullish, AKA like the call that we got into. We're gonna use examples. But okay, here we go, boom. So once you get in there, you're gonna say, yo, man, that's mad complicated. But remember what I told you what we're looking for. Calls, we're looking for long calls. That's the real name of a call option, a long call. When you buy a call, click on that, and then you're gonna scroll down. Obviously, it got mad ads because it's a website. Let's see if we can get this ad up out of here. Let me see. All right, boom. So you got to ignore the ads that just popping up. But what you're looking for is just to scroll down. Once you're at the top of the screen, I click long call. So then it scrolls me down. And then I can see the long call right here. All we got to do is just type in a few numbers and the symbol. What is the symbol? That means what stock are you looking at? What is the ticker symbol? So the ticker symbol that we're looking at is NVDA. Remember, this is best done before you get into the option. It's cool after, but it's best done before, especially if the market is open. So then what is the current price of it right now? The current price, when I look at my screen over here, I can see it above my head. Y'all might not be able to see it. It might be kind of small, but it's 134, right? It's 134. You can also see it right here where my finger is, right? You can see it's 134.70. So it's moving up and down just a little bit. But when I go back over here, this is what I was telling you. It's better done before you get in because this price has changed. This isn't the price that I bought it at. When I bought this, like I told y'all earlier, it was 131. I think about 131, like 50 or so. It's right around there. That's the current price, but that's the price when I bought it. That's the key here. So then I clicked on the ad. Let me go back. The ad just keep jumping and jumping and jumping because I got my screen so zoomed in for you to see. All right. So now I got NVIDIA. I got the price that I bought it at. That's what they mean by current price. And then the option, I got to go and look at the option. So if I went to Keenan's trades, right? I'm kind of teaching you as well where to go and check my trades. Keenan's trades on KGU. I look at the date of this option, and it's the NVIDIA 135 call, March 14th. This is what I played as a lotto. So I click on this. I'm going to show you again. Watch this. This black button here that says select option, I click on that and that little pop-up comes up. At the very top, it looked like a lot going on, but I promise you it's not. It's just showing you the dates. Today's date or even Friday, right? The 28th, and then next Friday, the 7th, and then the 14th. That's the one that I got, the 14th. So I clicked on that. So it's highlighted in black. And now I'm going to scroll down. In the middle part, I'm looking for my number, right? Not over here where it says calls, not over here where it says puts. In the middle, I see it starts at $50. That's not my strike. I look at my strike. My strike is 135. So I'm scrolling. I'm looking for 135, 95, not there yet. 109, not there yet. Scrolling. Okay, boom. I see 135. So this is it. Now I ask myself, is this a 135 call or is this a 135 put? So if it was a put, it would be over on this side, and all of these that are in white are the puts. I didn't get into a put. I got into a call, right? So the call is over here, and that's this one. So the ask price is what I'm going to click on. I click on the ask, and then it's saying, do I agree to all of these terms? Sure. And then what range do I want to see? I want to see what will happen if the stock price is 129, but I also want to see what will happen if it's 139. So this will give me a range of $10. And then what I'm going to do is calculate it. So let's see if this happens quick or not. All right, boom. So then you get this big old chart. However, it's not as complicated as it seems. The strike prices, or even not even the strike prices, the stock price is on the left. And then the how many days are passing are up here, basically on the x-axis or the horizontal one, and the y-axis are the price of the stock. If you scroll all the way down, what you're looking for is basically the break even. Like, look for that first. So day one, aka the 27th, that's this very first column. Columns are up, down. Rows are left, right. So the very first column on the 27th, I'm scrolling down and I want to see what is the price right now? The price is about 134. So, okay, at 134 is here. On the first day, I should be up. If I got in at that exact price, remember, it'll be way more accurate if you're doing this before you get into the option. So you can put in all of the numbers to the exact, like down to the exact number. Let me try to get this out of there too. Okay, boom, I got rid of the ad. So at 134, I would be up about 13%. At 134.33, I would be up 16%, which would be $100 if I only got one contract. If it got to 35, I would be up, and I could just hover over these. So remember, the columns are the days. On the first day, if I was at 135 and I held it, I would be up 18%. Let's go to the next day after that. The next day, if I held, it would be 17% if it stayed at 135. If NVIDIA stayed at 135 again and I held it for 3 days, then I would be at 12%. Notice the longer you hold, even if the price stays the same, the gains are less because theta jada, that time decay, will be eating you up. So we'll go over this one more time, but not with this stock. We'll do it with one that we're going to potentially try to get into on a play. So I can show you it from the top and we could look at it again. I like that. I like that. You say you're looking at this again. I love to see it because people often ask, should I hold on to this? Should I hold on to this? So everybody in the chat, imagine that NVIDIA stayed at 135 and I got all my numbers accurate from when I put them in. The NVIDIA, the date, all of that, right? If you can see this, I'm going to zoom in. This is a pop quiz. And then we're going to get back to the regular charts. Remember, the columns at the top are days. The 27th, that's the first day. The 28th, here, right? That's the second day. March 1st, that's the third day. March 2nd, that's the fourth day. And then this one is the fifth day, right? So these different columns. If NVIDIA stays at 135, if the price stays the same, and I just hold on to this option, what day am I going to be in the negative if we stay on 135? You can give me a number. Is it the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day? What day would I be in the negative because of time decay? So if we stayed at this 135 right here, would I be negative on the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, the seventh day? And remember, I got in this one when it was like 131. So then the option would be going up, 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 up. But then I'm like, yo, I got in at 131. How am I down, right? How am I down? What's going on? Time decay. This is showing you time decay eating your contract up, even if the price is up. So first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day. Aha, good. I'm seeing everybody picking up what we putting down. It would be negative on the sixth day. It will be negative on the sixth day. So if you got that right, then you understand how to use this chart better than you even think. So I encourage you to use it. Shout out to everybody that got it right. If you got it wrong, I just want you to just play this back so you can just get it right. And we're going to do another example later on. But now that the market is open, understand, if we holding on to these, then we're going to just be letting time decay eat it out. So what we want to do is get out of these. We don't want time decay just eating through our options. So something like that. But now let's go and see what NVIDIA is doing right now, because now she's trying to drop it like it's hot. She look like she's trying to drop it like it's hot. She got back down to about 132, 133. So she's dropping it like it's hot, hot, hot. She's hitting a local level of support, very local. Let's see what she's doing. Anytime you hold an option overnight, especially on earnings, it becomes a very hot play. Like, did I get stopped out of this? Wow, I'm stopped out of this already. Let me see. Yeah, it stopped me out at 490, family. She stopped me out. I posted to KGU at 9:31. My stop hit. But she might give us a bounce. Who knows? But anytime you hold overnight, you open yourself up. And let me just post this here. To Keenan's trades, I got stopped out at 490. But for Lotto, that ain't bad. Stop loss hit on Lotto. My stop loss was hit. Dang, hate to see it, but it is what it is, right? One thing about NVIDIA is the market is in extreme fear, extreme fear in general. So even though their earnings was crazy and great, it don't mean something sometimes. So if you have puts, then, hey, maybe you're doing okay, maybe not. We'll see. She basically largely flat. She's like at 1%, right? If you got in the puts at open, like immediately, then maybe you're making some money. But to be honest with you, she basically flat. So time for the next play. Time for the next play. That's how you do it. Time for the next play. So we'll let NVIDIA sit and cook. I like NVIDIA for a long-term hold, especially if I see it in the low 100s, but even in the 120s for sure, I like it a lot. I'm seeing that Amazon is cooking, so maybe that's going to be the best play for the day. It looks like she did what NVIDIA did, where she shot up and dropped it like it was hot. Came right back down. Let's go and look at SPY and just check what the overall market is doing. Chilling. SPY is chilling. SPY is chilling, baby. Chilling. All right. So what we're going to do now is we got to remember this 600 level up here has been a local level of resistance at least for 3 days straight. A local level of resistance for at least 3 days straight. And then we have the bottom of the channel, the very, very bottom of the channel being at 589. So in layman's terms, what that means is the calls down here for like a day, for like 2 days. You will get expiration a little bit longer for like a day, 2 days or whatever. But puts up here, puts at 600 around, and then calls down here on support. This is what's going on. But guess where we are? We kind of near the top, but we're still in the middle. We're still in the middle. But this is the longer time frame. If we zoom in, we could take different trades. We can take different trades. We can throw this into the gamble zone. Boom. And then boom. And now we can see if we get our confirmations or not. But let me go see. So I got kicked out of that one. A lotto. To be honest, let me actually, I don't want this thing beeping. I know y'all heard that. Let me just X out of that so it don't beep on us. All right. Don't need that right now. All right, SPY. She's pushing up, right? I'm going to go and look and see if it makes sense to get into what calls, if at all. We just make sure. I'm double checking over here. Also, it's probably mad quiet. Let me turn my music on like I often do. Just so we can chill, vibe out. All right, cool. SPY, she's pushing. She could push to about 599, but just know it's going to encounter a whole lot of resistance up there. Now, we're not afraid of resistance, but we have to trade with the chart, not our heart. 597. So we're about to encounter a lot of resistance up here. Whole lot of resistance. Tim, take technical class, chart class 4, and then that'll help you with that. But the gamble zone is always set, so you could get in and up and out like a sniper by using the charts on very quick trades and having very good stop losses in place. So we're encountering a little bit of resistance. I'm going to go to the call options. We didn't confirm outside. That would be a candle that lives totally outside of this. We know we got a resistance up here at about 600. So this one will have to be a really, really quick one. So let's go to SPY, ticker symbol SPY. Also, I had mentioned at everyone, just so you know, in the watch list for people in a hurry to get an update, but Discord didn't let me send it out, but it's there. Sometimes it be acting funny like that, but it is what it is. So now at resistance, I'm not mad at you if you want to get into a put. However, man, I tell you this, if you got into a call at the right time on resistance, that's when you make those 300%, 400%, 500%. We used to wait 15 minutes. That's never been one of my rules. Some people trade like that. Some people trade like that, family. You can set the gamble zone at any time. It's supports and resistances based on the most local candles. You could wake up at night and set it. You know what I'm saying? With the 24-hour trading now. So, all right. It has nothing to do. It's independent of time frame. Independent of time frame, independent of time zone, all of that, independent. Because it's about buying and selling. You could wait for stabilization or try, but that's somebody else's rule. That ain't my rule. However, I ain't mad at you if that's how you want to trade. I wait for confirmation, of which I didn't get yet. So, okay, let's get back to the charts. So now 597.30 is where we're at. I'm opening up SPY. I'm going to look at a call for 1 week out. This is going to be March 6th. We might go to the 7th because it's a Friday. Maybe we'll have more open interest and so on like that. I want to look at the calls. I want to look at the 599 call and just see where she's at, see what she calls. So March 6th, 599 call. She cost $470 right now, 469. So she's moving a little bit, but 460, 470 in that range. Currently, the open interest is 400, which is not excellent. The 600 has better open interest at 1900. You want it to be somewhere around 1000. But again, I didn't buy it yet. We're sitting on resistance with no confirmation. Confirmation is a candle that lives totally above this line, of which we didn't get yet. Palantir is on a rocket ship. Hold up. PLTR. You love to see it. You love to see it. She up 3%, but she's back in the 90s. I love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. I like seeing people get paid. Like seeing it. Love seeing it. SPY. SPY. So she's basically getting rejected. We got like a doji candle right here. Very long wick at the top. Rejection. No confirmation. The technicals, if you stay in with your disciplines, saved you from getting in the calls. But you could go look. That same call that I was looking at on the 6th, the price has changed to $435. So it lost about $30. Do we need to put Walmart on the watch list to buy the dips, since I see a lot of folks boycotting them, saying stock price went down already? I didn't check out Walmart. That could be something very interesting. I didn't check it out. That could be something to check out. But we hit that resistance, respected it, and came back down. But now we're kind of in a center point where I'm not interested in getting in necessarily at just some center point like that. Let me see. I want to open up some different pieces to the chart. Sometimes when I switch back and forth from different charting tools, I think to myself, where did I put that one? Sometimes I move them. The RSI is currently 37. So we're not oversold yet. She could still sell for a little bit. But again, this high area, like we said, is resistance. No confirmation, maybe just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing down. You trade with your disciplines. That's how you're going to be good. That's how you're going to make money. That's how you're going to stop yourself from getting cooked up all the time. And sometimes it just takes patience. You understand what I'm saying? It just takes patience. You bought Target on a dip. Target is actually, believe it or not, I know a lot of people hate Target and they hate Starbucks and so on. These things are actually really good companies, especially Target. It's a good company. They be doing some stuff politically that, you know, is up to interpretation. You decide how you feel about that. I ain't got no problem if you hate them. I ain't got no problem if you love them. That's on you. However, I see that they be moving too politically sometimes. But they trying to market. They just be trying funny stuff. But either way, we trade with the charts around here. Tesla dropping it like it's hot. You look at SPY. Ooh, that would have been a nice put. But it is what it is. She hit that resistance. And now you got a mean candle, family. A mean one. A mean one. Ooh. You got in the calls and you didn't let confirmation happen. You're cooked. You're cooked. Thoughts on Apple? Apple is amazing. I talked about it maybe yesterday in a video. AAPL. Apple is an amazing company long term. Nvidia dropping like it's hot too. Maybe she'll come back. So notice I already got stopped out of my lotto. I didn't try to hold and hope and pray. Nah, holding it overnight was already like that. Was where I tried to play it. That was already to play. She didn't pump up in the morning after earnings. Psh, let it go. Let it go. Would you take calls off a bounce? That's what I would like to do. The resistance was respected. Let's see if the support is respected. Even though this support, let me tell you, weak. The support is there, but it's weak. What do I mean by a weak support? A weak support has not been tested many times. It's only been tested a few times. However, this one has been tested a few times. I'm gonna keep it real. But it broke also a few times. So let's pay attention really closely. I'm gonna do some rectangles. So we got a test here. I'm gonna try to make them like golden or something, or easy to see. That should be easy to see, right? Or could I do better? I'm gonna lock that. See if it keep working. One there. One here. One here. So 1, 2, 3. You could kind of argue 4, but not great. And then right where we are right now, yeah, she kind of bouncing a little bit. But sometimes what they do, and I was talking to somebody who's really, really good at this, is they come back and they kind of just grab that liquidity up. AKA, there's a lot of people who are buying right here, and then they get bought up, and then they come right back down. And now there aren't as many buyers as there was at these levels sometimes. So then the liquidity of buyers could be kind of burnt up some. So with that being said, this is our other point here. So it's not a perfect level of support, but there is some level there, right? There, some sense there. 1, 2, kind of 3, 4, and 5. So like I told y'all with spades, kind of like 4 and a possible. 4 and a possible. So now let's look at the options. I'm looking at the same ones. This 599 call is about 430 right now. And she's starting to push up quick, right? But again, she's just grabbing those buyers up that were there before. If they're not a lot, like there ain't too many of them, then it's just gonna come back down. So we just gotta watch it. I'm gonna open up this option to see how low did it get. How low did she go? So I'm seeing about 341. 341. Let me see if that was the most recent low. 413. So when she got down here, she was at 413. Now she's at 433. And I'm talking about the premium price of the option. The RSI on SPY is in the 40s, technically, which is still somewhat bearish. Not crazy, but still bearish. My dog said he got burnt to a crisp. What happened, big dog? Sheesh. Nvidia got a lot of room to drop it like it's hot. Appreciate you. Everybody telling me I'm perfect. What I do? Perfect. Perfect. I might have asked y'all something that I forgot that I said. Let me know. You good? I might have said something I forgot, family. Maybe my mic level or something. Who knows? Appreciate y'all. All right. So that same option, she's still, again, grabbing those buyers up. I don't necessarily trust it, to be honest. I don't necessarily trust it. But we are at a psychological level of support, which is this. That's what that is. There are people who just have some limit orders in there at $5.95 and they're getting kind of bought up. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I want to come back to this. I'm going to leave this alone for now. It's not really telling me anything yet. And I want to go and see AMD. I told you I wanted to get AMD in the 2 digits. If I can get that, it ain't there yet, but it's trying. Breaking that 100 though, I tell you this right now, breaking that 100, that's going to be something that made people who buy AMD at 120 and 150 feel crazy. It feel real crazy. So I like it in the 2 digits though, because AMD is actually a great company. But with Nvidia having trouble staying up high, Nvidia's in the 120s right now, I would just chill. But Nvidia's company is crazy. They keep showing us that in a good way. They keep showing us they keep being just a better company. Better and better and better. Their PE right now is 44. Let's look that up compared to something that usually has a good PE, like Microsoft. Microsoft's PE is 34. So they're both similar-ish, but Microsoft's is better. But Microsoft is always one of those companies that got a good PE like that. My dog said, trading with his heart. Forgive yourself, family. Forgive yourself. We've all done it before. And we sometimes make mistakes. But you get back on the horse. You get back on your horse. It is what it is. You'll be all right. You'll be all right if you allow it. You allow yourself to be all right. Let's go back to SPY real quick, see how she's doing. Just like I said, there were buyers here. They got grabbed up the first time, pushed us up, came back to see if it was anybody left. Came back to see if there was anybody left. And now they're trying to scoop them. Now we got a little doji candle. My people who didn't get that lesson, the doji candle is when the wicks are long. It could be on the top or on the bottom or both. And then the little rectangle is very small. That's a doji candle. This one is indecision. This one you ask, hey, market, which way do you want to go? When you see this doji, and it just say, I don't know. Just hanging around. You ever seen that? Don't do anything rash, or is it brash or rash? I don't know what it is. Rash. Don't do anything crazy too fast right now with the market showing you doji candles, printing indecision. Just chill. Just chill. And let's see if we get the put signal with the candles that's totally below. But for now, don't do anything. I don't know if it's rash or brash or whatever. But when you see that doji candle, let me see if I can pull them back up. Like that. Let me pull this up, because I showed y'all in the past to watch out for these. I'm telling y'all, you've been focusing on these. You've been really learning something that helps you to earn. Let me go to every website I go on. Is rash. It's brash or rash? Rash sound crazy. Oh, look. Rash sound real crazy. Don't do anything rash. All right. Boom. The doji candle. The gravestone. The indecision. The long-legged one. And then the dragonfly. So the dragonfly is good. We're pushing up. The gravestone is bad. We're pushing down. The long-legged one is in the middle. Right? This is the one that we just saw. So the market is like, I don't know. I don't know. That's what it's telling you. Market is telling you, I do not know. Let me see if I can find that clip. Just hanging around.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I didn't even read it till just now. Me at the self-checkout at the scanning a PS5 as 3 tomatoes.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
The construction crew working on the same road for the last 3 years.
Me? Just hanging around.
But yeah, family, that's what you're seeing when you see that doji candle. The market is like just hanging around. It don't really know. But okay, boom. Now she's coming down. But like we said, she came down and bounced right here and grabbed up a lot of the buyers, pushed her up, came back down to test those buyers again. There were less of them this time. So now they wasn't able to push up the same. So now it's coming down. So we're looking for potential puts now. But anything that you trade, when you're looking at markets like this, we got a overall downtrend here, right? We got an overall downtrend here, which we could throw into. We could throw it in. Let me see. Parallel channel. Right? Throw it into this little parallel channel. I don't know why I got 3 lines. Oh, the third line is like an average line. I forgot. So let me delete this and then grab it again. So, all right. Boom. All right. And then I'll make it gold. So the middle line here is going to be like our average line. Like it should be dotted. I don't know why it's solid like that. It should be like not like that. So with this current downtrend, we're hitting a level of support, a descending level of support, right? So you're telling yourself, oh, should I get into puts right now? Technically, you probably should wait for a confirmation so we could still be in that channel. The puts are better at this line. This is the average, which means kind of chill out. And then this one here means we're at a level of support. But this could be the confirmation right here to see if we break in the channel. People often think that supports just run left to right, but oftentimes they don't run left to right. They run in diagonal channels. And right now, we're at the bottom of this level of support on this short-term trend, right? A very short-term trend. I'm talking about the pre-market trend to now. So then when we see this little bounce happening, we're not surprised because we're just basically testing a level of support, a descending level of support. Make sure that y'all always do that, or at least think about it. Think about those things when you get into puts or calls. Like, what is the channel that you're looking at? And this channel is diagonal. So now she's still trying to break under it. She's trying to actually increase in amounts that she's actually falling by breaking under all of the levels of support, just breaking through them. But she's testing this one out. That same call that I was looking at, didn't get, but I wanted to just see what it costs, is now 351. I'm going to back out of that, and I'm going to open myself back up to, I'm going to change it to the 7th. I'm going to give myself an extra day on any call or put. So I'm going to go to the date of March 7th. And if we can get back here, which it looks like is going to happen, to about 591 even, then I'll be back looking at calls, not puts. I'll be back looking at more calls, not puts. But right now, Just this drop, 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 drop. Look, drop, drop, drop. Dropping it like it's hot. Puts is printing right now. But the momentum, it just dropped like crazy. It bought up, it took up all of those buyers and cooked down. Longer time frames, I see it. Medium time frames, I see it being bearish. But with this, nah. Short term, you might get a little green candle in the next few candles, like maybe 2 candles, maybe 3, but a green one. My dog say he backing the Brinks truck up to fill it with puts right now. As long as you cautious, big dog. I hear you. I hear you. So the fear in the market is there. Let's see if this candle gonna totally close. So this is something to think about, right? I really want y'all to pay close attention to this. So there used to be buyers up here. Technically, there are still going to be a few of them. What could happen is this. We could keep pushing down out of the fear and just keep coming down. Let me make this red now. For a little bit, because people are just afraid, right? That's emotions. But we could also come back up and retest where those buyers were to make it an official ceiling, right? To make this new blue line right here an official ceiling. So coming back up for the retest of the 595 before continuing down, that would be a setup that makes sense. But you don't always get setups that make sense. That's what you got to remember. You don't always get setups that just make sense. But come back up and it'll test our middle line of our trend, or it can, before continuing back down. What I'm doing here is drawing a hypothetical scenario that if it played like this, then I would try to play it. But right now, we are getting into another area where there are some buyers, so we just chilling. Is she oversold right now? She is. But remember, fear is there. That's the thing about fear. Just because she oversold, that don't mean she can't push down no more. But you might get quick, boom, pushes up. You said you like how I drew that downward channel? And we can see it. See it nice and clear. I would like this to be dotted in the middle though, because this is not a hard level like the two on the top and the bottom, like this one over here and this one right here. This is not a hard level like that. It's just an average in the middle. So didn't we get the red candle below the gamble zone? We did, but the RSI is so cooked that I'm not pressed to do it, but I see if you do it. If you do it, I ain't mad at you, but we did get it. But sometimes she'll just drop so fast, so quick that you just don't want to just jump at it. Because there is such thing as buying a put when the market is oversold. And that's kind of going against the disciplines too. How you combat that is you buy puts on resistance, because then the market isn't oversold. Especially when you see these long wicks at the top like this. But you are technically still like trading in the gamble zone still at that point, but it make way more sense than doing it oversold. But now that we get into the 590s, we looking towards coming down again to test what? That 589 level. This is the real next level, the 589. Let's see how the puts have been moving, family, because they moving. Woo. So yeah, to be honest with you, this channel is done. It's confirmed out. We didn't even get the retest. It just did it. Look, 1, 2, 3. We didn't even get the retest in the middle. It just straight went. So the puts getting busy right now. but the RSI is at 18. And I'll be honest with you, I can't in my right mind get into put with the RSI being like that. Not on SPY. The Nvidia candle just pouring down. That's why if you win calls and you hit your risk, let it go. Look at that, coming down. Hold up.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Now she's hitting a weak level of support, but she's hitting a level of support at about 124, 125. This is Nvidia. SPY. SPY is somewhat bouncing off of the 590. Okay, so 590. Same date. The call options down here, just for like a quick in and out, they like $700. So I'm gonna just turn it up in terms of the risk. So I'm gonna go to expiration 28th. So SPY, the expiration is on the 28th. Strike, I want to look at the 594 and see what she costs for a call. 594 call is currently 260, 259, 260, 259. This is the SPY 594 call, February 28th. I'm just looking at it. I didn't get it, but I'm looking at it. She currently costs and actually moving up a little bit, 260. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame just to take a sneak peek. We're getting a little baby bounce. A baby bounce. I'm talking about this is a crazy downtrend. This isn't something that you expect to just reverse and make a V, right? Like the letter V like this. You don't expect that. You expect it to come up a little bit and then potentially come back down. What time frame am I on? I'm on the 1 now. So look, on the 1 minute, we got a little doji, little baby doji. But that's the indecision candle. Remember this? Indecision. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Just hanging around. The AKA, the charts don't know yet. Charts don't know yet. But it is a doji nonetheless. We get a little pop. And we're about to enter into another area, it looks like, where there was some buying up here. But that 590, that psychological level of support is crazy. So, all right, I'm looking at this one again, and currently she's at 275. RSI is at 33. So she's moving up a little bit. She up like $16 now. Let's go back to the 5 minute time frame. It's a little baby, a little tiny, just pop. Little tiny pop. Okay, now she popping pretty cool. Now she popping pretty cool. She's about to hit this level to retest it. But I'm telling you, the market is in indecision. Indecision. Mostly it's down. Let's keep it real. But on shorter time frames, indecision. This is decisive. This downtrend is decisive. But I want y'all to take today and be very cautious. Be very cautious. Don't feel the necessity to trade a day that's not just being super clear on that it could go up or just come down, especially after a great move like this to the downside. Let me see. I want to turn my extended hours on. Oh, nah, put my VWAP. Boom. My EMAs. Let me get my 200 EMA out if I can. All right, we under the 200. We're gonna come back, test this level again. Above this level, I'll buy a call. If we get up here, I'll buy a call to try to play it to about 595. But for now, I'm gonna chill. It could be a level of resistance. But we under the 200, and that's trending down. It's trending down. You got 38% on puts? Love it. Love it. Can you choose an option after hours? No. The options market is closed. It's like when you go to Target or you go to Walmart and then the market is closed. And they're like, yo, we not selling this stuff right now. You got to come back tomorrow. So the market is closed for options after the stock market is closed. Tesla paying all your SPY investments this week. Is Tesla coming down or is she pumping? I had somebody ask me yesterday. They were like, yo, Keenan, because I have a Tesla, right? I had a Tesla since like 2022, right? Fully paid off. I just own it. And yo, you gonna get rid of your Tesla? I'm like, get rid of my Tesla for what? I own it. You know, everything going on. People vandalizing Teslas now. And Elon went crazy. They saying all of that. And I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that, right? I'm gonna try my best to stay out of areas that increase the chances that I could get vandalized. I'll stay out of areas. Anything can happen anywhere. Let's keep it real. But I'll try to stay out of areas that increase the chances. And I ain't getting political with it. It is what it is. But the fact that everyday people who are not interested in the market are basically kind of protesting Tesla, it says a lot. It says a whole lot. Because now owning a Tesla, I had a Tesla for years, is a political thing. And people lose their brains. There's actually been a study that if you talk politics with anybody, you talk politics, your IQ on average drops like 10%. It don't mean that you bugging. It just means that you just biased. Your bias is now pulling you one way or the other. And to be honest with you, it's funny, it's almost ironic that the people who did the study, technically speaking, were talking politics and doing politics. So did their IQ drop 10% before they did the study? Right? It's just a loop. But yeah, Tesla, she coming down, family, and it looked like she gonna really come down even more, to be honest with you. Does that mean it will? No guarantees, but it looked like she just got more downtrend to go. SPY, she coming back up for that little retest. I told you I want to see something above this, and then I'll try to play it towards, the VWAP right there. The upside is just so limited. That's the issue. I'm not seeing a great setup for upside. Or the downside. Not in the short term. But I'm hearing y'all got paid on some SPY puts. That's what I like to see. I'm going to scroll back out. And this is what I would do, right? Above this, I'm going to try to play it to like 594, but that would be a quick one. That would be a really, really quick one. So a candle like this, then I would be willing to take a risk towards the upside, towards potentially 594. So then I'll look at that right now. That same 594, she's still there. She's still kind of moving. I'll scale in. So I'll get one. The 594, she's currently 290. I'll try to get in for one contract at 288. See if I get a fill, right? On a little push. So I'll get one. I'll get two. I'll get two contracts at about 288 if I can. So I just put in an order. If you're absolutely new and you don't know how to operate your stop losses or anything, it's okay to skip certain plays. Because this one is 1 day expiration, so it's a little hot. Oh, now she's pushing up. She ain't gonna fill. She ain't gonna fill, but we might get this one, which I'll go even heavier if so. So I got this order in for 288, but she just pumped up to 315. So now she's testing this line that I was just talking about. Little baby resistance. VWAP is like a support and a resistance. That's how it affects plays. Comes up, tests it, hits it, come back down. If it's above it, it'll come down, test it, hit it, go up. So I got an order in for 288. It's just chilling for now because this could just be a little quick test to grab up the rest of the buyers and then continue down. But I got an order in for 288. I'll be willing to risk something light on that if it feels. Let's see. But we might get that confirmation towards the upside. Live, limit order. Okay, so she's pushing more. She pushing more and more and more. All right. So it looked like she want to go test that VWAP. So, okay. I'll buy 10. I'll buy 10. See if I can test the VWAP. I'm going to try to be in and out. See if I get in at like 325. She come get me real quick, maybe. Seem like she don't want to fill at these levels. She want to just push. Dag, she pushing, family. She just pushing. She just pushing. She just pushing. Entry ain't going. What time frame am I on? I'm watching the trend on a very slight one. So I got to order in for 10 of them at 325 now. But she just pushing. She's pushing and pushing and pushing. I put my order in and she runs. That would have been a nice bag too. But if she try to come back and retest this level, potentially we could get a bounce. I'm posting limit orders. Limit order updated. Will not stay open for long. So I'm posting my play-by-play on Keenan's trades. So I still got that limit order open, but she just didn't fill. You said this trend happened 3 days in a row. Correct. But it don't hold. He said she gonna come get me. Gino, still not catching on. Need to make money. If you're not catching on, that means you need to put time in learning. You're trying to jump to the earn. You got to learn. You learn first, then you earn. Because everything we doing here is super clear. I'm looking at a contract that cost $355. I'm trying to buy it when it was $310. No, what was my first order? $288. She kept moving up. I tried to buy it at $325. She kept moving up. So now she's still pushing, but she's testing the VWAP, right? The idea was to play her from here to here, but I just didn't get a fill. And put like 3,000 in, but I just didn't get that fill. So now she's testing the VWAP. This order, I'm gonna cancel it. So my order is canceled. I have no open orders. I'm looking for another one. Order canceled, looking for another level. We testing that VWAP. Am I gonna cancel? Yes, I did. But that 590, that level of support, family, 590. You got in, you got up. I love it. Wax on, wax off. 320% wins on SPY. That's really good. But look, you see how she's hitting that level right here? That VWAP. Boom. That 288 to about, so, all right, that 288, this is what would have happened, family. Pay attention to this. If I would have been able to get into that play, I just canceled it at 288. She ran up to, right now she at 370. Right? That's almost $100. I would have made like $1,000 off of $3,000. So I'd have turned 3 into 4. Which for a day, that's a real good day. But now we testing the VWAP. That's why she's just struggling a little bit. In terms of levels of resistance being here, there's some weak resistance here. But she's in an area of high volume, but some weak resistance here. Honestly, more of support than resistance over here. But we just testing that VWAP. You love the VWAP? Yep. Now she at 350 again. So just coming back down a little bit. We did get that candle. That's this right here. That totally closed above it. But the play already happened. I just didn't get a fill on it. I'm going to change the strike. I'm going to change the strike because she's pushing. So I'm going to go to SPY. I'm going to go to tomorrow's expiration, 28th, February 28th. SPY. Strike. Let's zoom out. 200 EMA is at 596. So I'll look at that one. I'll look at the 595. $1 under. That one costs $330. But the move that I wanted basically already happened. If we go to the 5-minute time frame, we'll see that it's not that many candles. But it is a nice pump. But now we back, actually retesting that level I was telling you about earlier. I just couldn't see it here, but that's the same level as the VWAP. So are we going to get this continuation back down again? The chart is a patience game. I like that. I like that. If you average 335 a day, you can make 6 figures. I like that a lot. We're hitting a local resistance. It's a patience game. And a lot of people, they don't have the patience. They're not willing to do what it takes, and they won't win. Not everybody gonna win, but the people who are willing to do what it takes are the ones who are gonna win long term instead of winning just one play. So we hitting that resistance. I'm wondering if we're gonna test it like this or test it under it. Actually go in there and test it or test it at the front door. I'm watching that same 595 call, expiration the 28th of February. She was 330. Now she's 328. On a 5-minute time frame, we are technically above VWAP. RSI is at 43, which is still kind of bearish. Still kind of bearish. 50 is where it starts to get more bullish. So we're sitting at a resistance. However, we're sitting at above, ever so slightly above VWAP. The next move looks like it wants to do this and come down like we said earlier. It looks like it wants to come back down. That's what it's looking like. However, if we can stay above that VWAP, of which we are testing right now, then she could try to head towards the 200. So this is looking like a put. This is looking like a put. I'm going to pivot. To puts. I'm looking at the tomorrow expiration. $591 put. Tomorrow's expiration, the $591 put. I want to see what it costs. I would love to get a confirmation down here before I jumped in, but I want to see what she cost. That 591 put cost 170, but it looks like she want to respect the VWAP and still go. But right now, she's testing this level out. She's testing it and testing it and testing it. That same put, the 591, she's dropping it like it's hot. She was 170, now she 158. Woo. So Andre, don't give up. Learn from your mistakes. Now we above the VWAP, but we just testing it still. We still on it, technically. And we about to be under the 200 EMA, which is at 596. So we're getting near a level that is a hard test right here. She's pushing, pushing, pushing. About to hit that 200 EMA. The 591 put is currently 144, 143, 141. So she's testing it, testing it, testing it. The RSI is now finally bullish, but we are right under the 200 EMA, and we're about to hit two walls, this wall and this wall. So I'm going to play them as if they are actual walls. I'm going to play them as if they're actual walls. The 200 EMA and the wall up here. I'm going to try to buy 10 contracts. This was a hot one at 139. If I could get in right there. I'll put my stop loss tight because I'm almost in a position where if the bulls want to take over, so I'm in. If the bulls actually want to take over on the day, I just posted the keenest trades, then I got to let them. I got to let them. All right. So my stop limit, I'm going to put that like a few dollars down. I put it at 130. So nothing crazy. But I'm going to trust the wall. Oh, she's up. The play is up. I'm up 160. I'm up 160. No need in letting the green play go red, right? I'm putting my stop in profit. All I'm doing here, family, is I'm just trusting the technicals. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing no magic, no sorcery. I'm just trusting the charts. They told me. My stop is on 142. I'm up $270. $300, 305. So she must be dropping it. Come on. 325, 330, cooking, baby. I'm going to raise the stop and profit. Well, technically, she already in profit. But I'm going to just raise her again, just out of good discipline. You got to raise your stop loss like it's your kid, fam. You got to say, yo, I love you. Stop loss. I'm going to raise you right. I'm going to raise you right. My stop is now 148. The play is up 330. Honestly, I'm going to just raise my stop really high. I'm going to put my stop loss up high. She want to come down? Come on down. It's cool. But today's one of them choppy days where I'm not going to play around with today. I'm putting my stop on about 165. 165. So my stop is super tight. I'm either gonna get out of this with that $300 or she gonna keep running. It's one or the other. One or the other. She either gonna let me out. Now she up 360. 25%. I ain't mad at that. 380. Stop loss tight, baby. Raise your stop loss like it's your kid. You gotta raise it right. I'm telling you, family. I'm telling you. So my stop, she tight now. But again, notice how I'm in these like a sniper. I'm not trying to overstay my welcome. And notice how I just made basically $300 on this. Let me see. Am I out? Yeah, I'm out. She kicked me, but she probably about to drop, family. She about to drop for real. I basically just made $300 on this. And I didn't have to catch this whole drop right here. I didn't have to catch it. I could just get in at the right time by trusting the technicals and saying, okay, we under the 200 EMA. We also under another wall up there. I'm just going to play it to the downside. And then boom, made 300. My stop loss hit, and nice profit again. Nice again. And honestly, the lotto that I did for NVIDIA, what was that? 200, 180? I forget what I risked on that. Somewhere around 180 or 200. Just got my money back and then some. How? By not holding on. Not holding on to losers. You don't want to hold on to losers. You want to let them go. Let a loser go. Right? Play didn't work out. I'm good. Kicked out in profit. 3 to 5 minute play. Easy money play. Easy. Easy identified. In, up, out, and profit. The professor, he said there were several nuggets given this morning. That one alone is worth $1,000. Family, I love you for that. And I appreciate you for saying that. Yep. It's a good technique. He said that you learn. When you get in a good play, it goes up 20 or so, whatever. Trailing stop loss or put your stop loss higher. Then you boom, you all right. You ain't got to worry about, oh man, is this one going to stay in profit? It's either going to kick me out in profit or it's going to run. That's how I go. Make you some money. Make you some money. Love to see the fam get paid. Love to see it. Love to see it. Now it's looking like she want to actually become or do this. It look like she want to drop it like it's hot. For real, for real. Right? So that one was pushing up. I'm actually looking at puts again. Right? I'm looking at puts again for the rinse and repeat. Let's look at what she costs now. Now she at 179. That same exact one. But again, it's looking like she want to come down. It's looking like she want to come down. She currently, now she 180 to 188. I told y'all before, the wins and losses, they scale with each other. So I'm going to try to get in now for the rinse and repeat for 20 contracts at 188. See if I could play this. This one going to be hotter because we sitting on a support. High risk. So I keep my stop pretty decent. Right? So I'm going to give all back any gains that I might have got. Okay. Already, she up $40. $90. So I got 20 contracts on this one. I just posted it to Keenest Trades. And I'm gonna put a stoppie on. Let's see. Cause we are sitting on a level of support, but she looking rough. She looking rough. She looking rough. Always keep that stoppie. You gotta have it. I'm gonna drop my stoppie a little low. I'll put it to 180. I don't want her to come down there, but she do. Nothing I can do about that. So my stoppie is on 180. I'm up another 120. For now. Let me go take a little. Up another 400. No need in letting her go right now, right? So I'm gonna put my stop in profit. I'm in at 188. I'm gonna put my stop at 190. And this could be a nice rinse and repeat. Up 760. I'm gonna raise my stop real tight now. I'm up 760. I'm about to raise my stop very tight. I told y'all, when you trade bigger, the wins and the losses scale up. This is an example of the win scaling up. Let me see. I'm put my stop. I'm trying to put my stop on like 201 or something like that. See if, oh, she's starting to come down a little more. I'll put my stop on. She just keep coming down. So she must be almost doing the reverse. Like getting them buyers that are there. All right, my stop is on 197 now. So it's in profit. But yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. So I'm in at 188. My stop is at 197. I got 20 contracts. She's currently up like 700, but she's moving. She's moving up and down. But we just trading a downtrend. I had called this one earlier about it being a retest of this line, and then these three kings right here, 1, 2, 3, getting me paid. And now I'm putting my stop loss tighter and tighter and tighter. Because I ain't playing with this market. I'm here to make money. I ain't here to make friends. I'm putting my stop loss on 215. Raising it. Told you, raise it right. Stop loss at 215. Okay, she filled and I'm out. Boom. She filled, I'm out to play. So deep in profit. Deep in profit, family. Boom, in and out twice, rinse and repeat. You seen what time it is? Yep. It don't, did somebody ask that? It don't need to hit your strike for you to make a profit. Use that profit calculator I was talking about. KGU, baby. KGU. I'm telling you. Some people act like they looking for a friend, but they really looking for a fool. This is what I want you to do. You can't get your stop loss right. Next trade that you get into, make sure it's less than $20, right? $20. This is going to be a $20 lesson or a $10 lesson. Get in a trade that's $20. Be willing to lose it totally. Go put your stop loss. So you're going to get into a contract. In my example, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you to spend the $20 to learn this. Get into a contract that costs 0.2. No, not, I'm sorry, 0.02. Keep that in mind, not 0.2. No, I'm actually right. 0.2. That'd be the $20, right? When you get into that, put your stop loss on 0.1. So then if it comes down, you will lose $10, right? But then go try to modify that stop into 0.11, into 0.15. So then you'll be practicing with $20. But if you get smoked and you smoke the whole play, it's cool because it was only $20. But you'll get good. I want you to really practice with that. This is don't get into trades when you don't know how to use your stop. Getting into trades without knowing how to use your stop. Thank you. Getting into trades without knowing how to use your stop is not trading. That's not trading. That's like getting in a car and not knowing how to use the brakes. You understand what I'm saying? Getting in a car without knowing how to use the brakes is insane. So we ain't doing that. Let me see if I'm signed in to Discord on this computer or not. No, I'm not. So one of the plays, it ran up to 700. That was cool. The other play, it ran up to 300. That was cool. I love to see it. Rinse and repeat. Get with us, baby. All you got to do is get in with me. Now, I've been trading low amounts, like under 1,000 for a while, but I told y'all I was going to scale it up. So I hope that y'all enjoying that. I hope that you're enjoying the scale up. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Two separate plays on the live stream. Print it. Love that. Go to Keenan's Trades and KGU and react to that newest one. Sometimes at everyone, they don't want to work like I want it to work. But go ahead and react to that one. Hit that little fire button for your boy. Because again, this is why I'm telling y'all, I try to teach y'all that you can make money with little trades. But once you get good, you're going to scale up. Once you get good, you're going to scale up. So now that we got paid, if you are new here, what I want you to do is stick around. If you're a veteran and whatever, what I want you to do is just go to react to that in KGU. But I'm going to give everybody a quick lesson. This one is particularly, I would get off now normally. We already made our money on that. But I want to teach everybody who's new. Again, this is KGU. This is a quick lesson. My people who are my vets and everything like that, you are dismissed from class today. I salute you. Go hit that thumbs up on that for me in Keenan's Trades. But my people who are new, tap in by saying me. My people who need a stop loss lesson, tap in by saying me in the chat. Everybody else, you dismissed from class. I tell you, you learn and then you earn. We're going to switch over here. But I want everybody to tap in so I see that this is worth your time and worth my time to be able to do. But class is about to be in session. So your first one this week, thank you. I got you, big dog. I got you. Everybody who's ready for the lesson, is going to be a stop loss lesson. Tap in by saying me. This is how you're going to tell me that you attending the class. Okay. Yep. Keep tapping in. Yep. Yep. Salute. My vets, I see y'all in the next one. All right, great. Keep tapping in, family. I know you here. I know you paying attention. Whenever you make a trade, you got to think to yourself, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? I see everybody tapping in. Me, I got you. This is $1 million worth of game. I know they got podcasts and everything called $1 million worth of game. What I'm about to teach you right now, I've already taught a lot of my veterans, but I'm gonna teach you. This is showing you if you make a certain amount in a day, $25 a day, and you can repeat this for 5 days, aka the amount that the stock market is open, you're gonna make $125 a week. If you could keep being consistent, sometimes you make 300, sometimes you make 50, sometimes you even lose. But on average, you made $125. That's it. Just in profit in 1 week. Then you have an extra $500 a month, which is going to equate to $6,000 a year, which is basically what you could invest into your Roth IRA. So you could fund your retirement with your trading and not even invest $1 of your job money just from being good at trading. So imagine you did both. That's like having 2 different incomes. Okay, if you doubled that and got to $50 a day or $250 a week, what you just seen me do 2 different trades. One of them up 700, one of them was up, 300? You just seen me do that, so you know this is possible. You would get $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year. Now, $12,000 don't sound like a lot, but when you think about an extra $1,000 a month, now it's starting to sound like something good, right? If you could do $100 a day, that's $500 a week or $2,000 a month or a $25,000 raise on how much money you bringing in. The reason I say these things to you is because whatever job you're working, it's very unlikely that they're going to give you a $6,000 raise on average for the average person. It's not likely, right? So even making $25, and that's what you want to do on the market, is going to be, I love you, big dog. I love you. I see you. He said, I'm here. I'm just trying to get refreshed. My other dog said, look, tapping in. I'm a vet. Appreciate you, family. Me, I see my people again. Carolyn or Caroline, tell me how to say your name. No disrespect, but I'm trying to update you and educate you on just the power of compounding your small wins, right? I've been showing y'all time and time again how that's done. So now, look at this. If you make even $25 a day, that's what you're trying to do when you get out of there. On the live streams, what I do is I calculate what I win and what I lose. So today, on the live stream, one of the wins, if I go and just use the number that I got right there, 330, and then 760. So when we live, this is when I've been logging these, right? Let's just say that. So then I lost 1,000, but I made almost 4,000, right? So then I'm really, really cooking right now with this. And this average return, I messed up the calculation, so I just delete that for now. But you could really get paid out here. And notice, if I was shooting for $25 a day, I already hit my mark for the whole week. Just this. All right, boom. So now, let's go over here and let's make a plan. Everybody right now, I want you to screenshot. You're going to take 2 screenshots at least, maybe 3. Screenshot this right here. Screenshot it, and then I'm going to explain it to you. So 3, 2, 1, screenshot. And then I'm going to explain it to you. So you can keep this. You're going to make your plans just like this. Whenever you get into a plan, you got to pick how much money are you willing to risk on a day. You need to know that. That's why this is at the very top. How much money are you willing to risk on a day? So for a while, I was doing 200. But if y'all notice, when you're here with me and I'm doing $200 risk, what it did was, technically speaking, it limited how much I could make because I'm limiting how much I'm willing to risk. And in the stock market, it's a give and take kind of thing. So I was making some days 500, but then some days I'm making 15. Some days I'm losing 180. Some days I'm losing 75. But notice how my losses stayed under the 200. This is the red column, my losses. They stayed under the 200, under 200, under 200. One day, boom, it hit the exact 200, kicked me out. But I'm keeping it under 200. and I was getting results that were similar and revolved around 200. One time we really cooked it up and made 812. Another one, 280, but then they started to kind of taper off a little bit. 127, 500 was good, 78, but then 29. And then I upped it. I upped it to 400. I'm willing to risk 400. So now the wins scale up and the losses will scale up too. So instead of just seeing numbers that are all under 200, you might start seeing numbers that are like 280, right? Or 380, 378. You might start seeing stuff like that because the losses are going to scale up as the wins scale up. So don't be afraid as long as you know how much you're willing to lose, right? So then, okay, let's go back over here to where I said I was going to refresh you on what this is. I know how much I'm willing to risk. I'm going bigger than I went before. I'm doubling the amount that I'm willing to risk on any day. So now what it does is this doesn't mean, that's a great question. This doesn't mean how much money you're willing to play. It means how much money you're willing to risk. So here we go. I'm going to show you two examples. You ready? So I know my max risk on a day is 400. I need a reason to be getting into a trade. When I was trading this play over here, I was saying, you know what? We hit the 200 EMA and we have another level of resistance right above it. This is a wall, right? So when I come back to my plan, I'm wondering, what is my reason for getting in? Don't just get in because you feel like you're feeling good. So we hit a resistance wall, right? We hit a resistance wall. That's the reason. So resistance, 200 EMA. We hit a resistance and it was a wall behind the 200 EMA. So I got two good reasons, but I'm just going to write that one so it can fit. Resistance at the 200 EMA. I got into the play. at, let me see my average, 188. 188 was me getting into the play. My initial stop loss, right? Because I'm making my plan. My initial stop loss was, as soon as I got in, she ran. As soon as I got in, she started to run. But my initial stop loss, let's say, is 181. And honestly, I'm going to write this in options language, which means the decimal goes there. Right? So then I would be risking $7. But I didn't just get one contract. I got, how many I get? 20. I got 20 contracts. So look, my risk was 140. What was this? This was the SPY. 591. No, that was the 5. Let me see. That was the put. We got money on a put. Yeah, 591 put for Feb 28. That was the play. I'm only risking 140. Y'all just seen me make $1,000 off of this. I was only risking 140. I could have upped my risk many ways. How could I up my risk? One way is reduce my stop loss and give myself more wiggle room. So instead of having it on 181, I could have put it on 160. Oh, nope. I'm over my risk. I cannot have my stop loss on 160. That's way too much wiggle room. So then maybe I could put my stop loss on 170. Let's try that. Yeah, that's good. That works. 360. That's less than 400, right? That's less than 400. I can do this. Another way that I could increase my risk, when you increase your risk, you increase your winning potential on the other end of it. I could have left my stop loss there and I could have increased the number of contracts that I got. So I could have put more money in. So let's try 30. Okay, I could have put 30 in. I could have put 40 contracts in. 280. I could have put 50 contracts in. So now I'm scaling up and now I'm at 350. So I could put 50 contracts in at 188. You know how much money that is? That's a lot. Let's see. So $188 times 50. Family, that's 9K. That's $9,400. I could play $9,400 by getting 50 contracts. And if it ever turns from my account saying 9,400 and it turns into 9,000 flat, that would be the 400. But no, my stop loss is waiting for it to do this. So I said 350. So we'll be waiting for it to go like this. 9,050. Let me put a 0 in there. This is what my account is looking at. It's saying, hey, it's worth 9,400 right now. If it drops 350, then it'll be 950. It'll kick me out. So I'll be risking 350. People who are, no disrespect, ignorant because they don't know, right? To ignore is to not know, to not be able to see. They would think I was risking a whole 9,000. No, I'm not. I'm only risking 350 because as soon as my account goes from this value to this value, it'll kick me out and save my money. So I say all of that to say, that's how you're going to look at it. So I'm going to give you an even easier example that might be more level-headed, right? Let's say that you are looking to play. So everybody pay close attention to this. My people who are here for this lesson, pay close attention to this. We're going to restart from scratch. Not everybody got $400 today. You can't lose 400 tomorrow, 400 day after that, 400 day after that, 400 day after that. Not everybody got it like that, right? That's kind of up there. You know what I'm saying? In terms of risk. So maybe you willing to risk $50 a day. You want to get in the game. You got a few $1,000, like even $2,000. And you saying, yeah, I'm going to risk 50 a day. I'm even risk 100 a day, right? You're going to risk 100 a day. You're going to look at a play. You need a reason to get in. So you go to the charts. That's the next thing. You need a reason to get in. To be honest with you, I see this. It looks like she might pop back up a little bit green, right? Pop back up a little bit green. Let me see. I made it red. But never truly break this yellow VWAP line, right? If she can't break that yellow VWAP line right here, then she's likely to drop, right? And I'm talking about this candle right here. So she might pop up a little green. Then I would enter into a put right here. This is at about 595 and try to play it back down. Try to play it back down. So then I got a plan now. So I go back to my plan. I'm willing to risk $100 a day. Let's actively do this together. This KGU family, we're going to actively go and learn this. So we're looking for a play right now. We're going to look at SPY. So go to SPY. We're going to go 1 week out, right? Today is the 27th, 1 week out. If you look at your calendar, today is Thursday. Next Thursday is the 6th. So we're going to go to March 6th. We're looking at puts. We're going to look at puts to about $1 above the support. So this is the level of support. This 590.50, right? This is the level of support. We want to look for puts that are about $1 above. So 591.50, like here, right? We want to potentially play it down to here, which equates with this candle over here, right? So now we're looking at that. So that's the 591. We want to look at the 1 week out. So that's March 6th, 591 put. That 591 put. So again, once you see it, write the price that you see it at in the chat. I'm going to tell you again. The strike price is 591. The date is March 6th. This is a SPY call. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to write that. I'm going to write what I see and what it is. So in here, it's a SPY 591 because it's $1 above the support. It's a put option. And the date is March 6th. I might not want to get 50 contracts. I might want to just get one. I see the answers rolling in. At the time that you see this, it's in the 430s, 436, 432. Notice people are going to get different answers because we watching it in real time, right? We watching it in real time. Now, we're looking at the charts again. We have our reason. She's struggling with this 200, with this not even 200. She's struggling with the VWAP. She might test it again and come back up a little bit, but she cannot break it. She just won't break it. So we're looking for this to come down. So then what is our reason why we would even test this and try to get into this play? Can't break VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price. Can't break the VWAP. She just can't break it. She's having trouble breaking it. Okay, so now that we see that, I see the prices that y'all said that are rolling in. So 4, I'm gonna use some of the ones that I seen. I seen it must be pushing down because y'all writing higher numbers now. 432 when we first would have gotten into this. So now we thinking to ourselves, what could our stop loss be? What could our stop loss be? We have no stop loss, so look at our risk. All the way, 342. Keenan, I could get into a 342 play, but I don't got 342 to lose. Okay, put your stop loss on or else you're gonna have full risk. When your stop loss is at nothing, that means it's at 0. Your stop loss is, you won't get stopped out of that. You're just gonna ride it all the way. You got a stop loss on, but it's called the natural stop loss of when you run out of money. That's when your stop loss is gonna hit. But all right, no natural stop loss. We're gonna put our stop loss where it's gonna be under our risk. So let's say the easy way to do it, we risking 100. So then not 340 or 332. Yeah, not 432, 332, right? 432, 332. Our stop loss, we willing to risk 100. If this is the only play we trying to get in today, then our stop loss gotta be right there. It has to be right there, or else we not using our discipline. We not using it, right? Let's say that we think we might want to get into more than one play today though, right? So let's increase this just to something else so we could raise it. Maybe we risk 50 for this one trade, right? So now it's on 338. Now we know where our stop loss is. Many of you have Robinhood, and Robinhood is asking you for a stop limit and it's asking you for a stop order. This is what I would do. This is what I do. So if I want to put a stop loss there, but it's asking me for 2 numbers instead of just 1, then what I want you to do is give yourself some breathing room. So then your stop limit, if you're just using regular stop orders because you want a different app like Webull, that's fine. But if you're using a stop limit and stop order, then your stop limit in this case could be, because you want to get stopped out at 382. You're going to have your stop order. This is it. This is the real one. The stop order is the real one. So this is the 382. But then your stop limit is going to be a little bit above, right? I would even say something like give it like $2 sometimes, depending on how volatile that thing is moving. Because if it blow past it, then it won't execute. So then I would say 384, right? You can even go $1. But the thing is going to happen like this. If she hits this stop limit, your order is going to now exist. So your order to sell, it won't exist until it hits the stop limit level. So you could even get stopped out at 383, which would be that $50. But the stop order is going to try to start here at 383, but it might execute at 382. If your thing is moving really, really, really fast, then I would encourage you to give it some room, like even 390. So then the order exists when it hits 390. So if the thing is just crashing down, it'll exist and give it some wiggle room so it can execute at about the 382. But if you have apps that just have regular old stop orders, then you could just keep it simple like this and just use a stop loss at that 382. 382, let me out. So use that. That's very important. Now, let's go back. Imagine this is the play that we started because we saw it couldn't break the VWAP. We have our reason, couldn't break the VWAP. We got in, hypothetically speaking, right? This is the learn part. You got in at 432. You had your stop loss at 382. We go back to the charts and we see she did technically, since we've been doing all of that, she came down nice to about 593, and then she started to push back up and test that VWAP again. I'm gonna go and just see where did she drop to, or where did she go to? So she's at this very moment at 450, 442. So she kind of popped up. Let me see. She got all the way to 466. When you got in at 432, Let me highlight this so you can see where I'm at. When you got in, your order and your entry was here at 432, and then the price goes up to 450, right? It's all the way up. Don't let a green trade turn red. Don't let a green trade turn red, or don't let a green trade turn red. You don't need to. Now she's at, 453, 455. So then what I would do is I would increase my stop loss at 4.35. So now she's in profit, right? Now she's in profit. So if she's gonna run, she's gonna run. What I could decide to do, because I seen the new price, is that now she at 460. Now she at 460, so she's still moving a little bit. If I seen this price and I got in here, I'm just gonna gradually raise my stop loss. Now, if you're on Moomoo, you could use a trailing stop loss on your options, but I would just gradually raise my stop loss. So this is saying negative 13, but it's just how the calculations work. But understand, you would be positive 13 in this case. And why is that? Because it's this minus this, right? But now your stop loss would be $13 up per every contract you have. So let's say that you did that, and instead of getting a 1 contract, you got 2. Now you'd be up $26, but this is your stop loss. Your stop loss will kick you out up $26, or your stop loss will kick you out up $13 if you got 1. And the reason that I say that is you are now protecting yourself for the downside and allowing it to run. Because what if this thing runs and doubles from 400 to 800, right? Now your stop loss is in profit. And while the market is open, stop losses do not work on options when the market is closed. But while the market is open, the worst thing that's going to happen to you 9 times out of 10 is that it kicks you out when you are in profit. Kicks you out when you are in profit. If she keep moving up and up and up and just keep, you seeing a put, and I'm talking about she just dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, but you're in a put, you get more profitable and more profitable. You start to see them giant red candles, and you in a put option, you love to see it. Yes, you love to see it. But now you understand how to use a stop loss and how to gradually raise it in profit. So that is the lesson. That is the lesson. Somebody said I have been putting a stop loss or the wrong stop loss. But hey, now that you get it, when you see that you were doing something incorrectly and now you see it, that's the learn. So like I said a million times, we take the L off of learn and earn. That's how you're going to do it. So family, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I hope that you got a lot of value out of this. Because again, I had to put the time and invest into you because I really want you to really learn and I want you to earn. If you appreciate that, let me know in the chat. I love y'all and I'll see you on the next one, family. Let's keep getting paid. And remember, do not get into a trade if you do not have your stop losses set. How can you practice this? Before I get out of here, I'm going to just show you. How do you practice this? You start very small. Start very small. You tell yourself you're willing to risk $20 on the day. So we're going to do one example so that you can practice. You can even practice this today. But you got to be willing to risk and totally lose $20. You ready? You got to be willing to risk and lose $20. So we already know our entry. We're looking for something that's 0.2. My people who want to practice what I just taught you, and you want to practice it today. Hold up, I'm messing my formulas up. All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, so you're going to practice this today if you want, but I'm going to give you something to practice. We looking back at the chart. We looking back at the chart. We know that this thing is having trouble breaking through the VWAP. Now, you would have to watch it. It could totally break through, but you have to watch it. Let's say you're looking for puts today. You're going to risk, but again, you got to be willing to risk and lose the whole 20 for this, but it's just $20. So you tell yourself, all right, I'm risking $20. Where my mouse at? Why would I get in? VWAP rejection. Hold on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit this. A VWAP rejections, right? It's trying to test the VWAP over here, but it's not really gonna work. It's not really gonna hit the VWAP. Boom. And we saying it's gonna come down. So that's our reason, our hypothetical reason. So now we need to look for the contract. How do you find super duper cheap options? You go to today's expiration. So today is the 27th. I'm looking for one that says 0.2 or something like that. So it's if I'm looking for puts, a put that costs $20 is the 586 put. She's $16. So this is SPY 586 put, expiration Feb 27. Right? Remember, this is just a learning exercise. The current price, if I entered it right now, is 17. I'm trying to learn how to use my stop loss in practice. Right? I'm trying to learn how to use my stop loss in practice. So the entry is 17. Actually, I'm gonna write it in options terms, 0.17. So that means my total risk here is $17. I don't know what I'm doing, remember? I'm just trying to learn. So I gotta be willing to risk this 17 because I'm trying to go and execute this and then go and just try it out. So my stop loss, I ask myself, I'm willing to risk 20, but technically I'm even under my risk if I keep my natural stop loss on and I don't get in. I don't get in a stop loss at all. I just leave it. My natural stop loss, I'm gonna lose 17. No. How about if it drops down to, and I look at my options chart, in the options class, the newest one, I show you how to use the options chart, lesson 8, to look for stop losses, to look for entries. So this is, the chart right now is telling me the stop losses for everybody else is on 11. So I'm gonna put mine a little under theirs and I'll put it on 0.1. 0.1. So now I'm risking $7. What if she runs up to 20? What if she runs up to 30? Then I would just go and modify my order. I would go and modify my order to 15 to reduce my risk. I'll modify my order here. Now I'm risking $2. What if she gets, in this option, we bought it at 17, but now it's worth 30. All right, boom. I might modify my stop loss to 0.25. Now I'll be in profit $8. So, all right, question. How do you formulate this in Excel? I'm gonna show y'all that and then I'm gonna tap out of this. So my formulas are like this. Let me see if it'll open up. So this one, I have, the only thing that's really a formula is down here, and it's the risk, right? That's the formula thing. It's calculating these and being the risk. So I'll show you how to do it, right? Let me take a picture of it so I get it exactly right, so I don't change it by accident. All right. So I got this minus this times this times 100. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this formula. I'm gonna totally let it go. So you got three variables. You have your order, you have your stop loss, and then you have the amount of contracts. So in this cell down here that I called risk, I'm gonna put equals and then SUM for sum, so it knows that I'm trying to do a little quick math problem. I'm gonna go and click on the first one, which is my order, and then I'm gonna click minus. Minus what? My order minus my stop loss. That's the first component here. My order minus my stop loss. That would give me, let's say my stop loss was back at 10, right? To make it make sense. Order minus my stop loss. I don't know why it didn't come out. 0.17. Oh, it might not have the decimal points. All right, yeah, so there we go. My order minus my stop loss, it gives me this. But that's not the real number that I'm looking for. I'm looking for dollar amounts. So it's in options terms. So I got to actually multiply this by 100. So now I got dollar amounts, but it still kind of don't make sense because it's not accounting for how many contracts I have. What if I have one contract? What if I have 5 contracts? It's not interacting with the contracts that I have. So now I got M8 in this, my Keenan Grace radio, but M8 in this is my orders. My orders minus M9, which is my stop loss. My orders minus my stop loss times 100. That turns the options amount into dollars, right? Times it by 100. Turns the option amount like 0.17 or 0.10. It turns it into dollars by multiplying it by 100. But then I need to account for how many contracts I have. So then I need to I'm going to multiply this by another section, which is going to be here, which is the N8. And then I close it out. And then I press enter just to let it set. So now it's at 0. It's showing me nothing. But it's because I need to know how many contracts do I have. Do I have one contract that I bought at 17 and my stop loss is at that? Do I have 2 contracts? Right now it's 14. Do I have 10 contracts? Now it's 70. So I could even get 10 contracts, right, at $17 with my stop loss at 10. I'd be risking $70. Wait. That's way over what I'm trying to risk for today. I'll be trying to risk in this example $20, so I can't go that hard. Maybe I could go to 3. Nope, that's 21. That's over my risk. Too hard. 2, 14. Okay, I could get 2 of these contracts and I could practice with that $20 like Keenan was saying. So now, I gave y'all the formula, I gave y'all everything, and I showed y'all how to even find cheap contracts like this to even practice with, right? This is a $17 contract. It don't mean that it's going to play out, but it means that that is what I would do. So now, all right, boom. Let's go back to the chart and let's look. We back testing VWAP again. So now she's up. We know that she keep getting rejected at VWAP. So now over here, I would be looking at puts because this is a part of my plan. Remember, the plan is the VWAP rejection. Technically, it's more than the VWAP rejection because the 200 EMA is right there too. Right? The 200 EMA, the VWAP is the yellow. We testing it now, meaning we hovering on it. The candle is on it. The 200 is right there. So now I'll be looking at puts. I'm going to open up that same put, see if I still have it open. Now she's 11, right? Now she's 11. So now you could do this with a cheaper one. So now she's at 11. Let's say I put my stop loss at $8 and I got, oh yeah, I got to do it lower. 0.8 because this is options terms. If I got in for 2 contracts and I paid 11, I would only be risking $6, right? I'd only be risking $6. So, all right. You said, how come I only have the options like that? You got to open your options up. You got to open your options up. And then you'll be able to see more. But this is how you practice. This is how you practice. So, all right. Now she's coming up to a little more. You never want to get married to a play, but she's coming up to test that 200. And that's when I would try to get into a put. We tested the VWAP. We kind of broke above the VWAP a little bit, but this whole area right here is where I'll be looking for puts. Just to see if I could just play not the catastrophic end of the world put, right? Not the catastrophic end of the world put. Y'all just seen me make $1,000 on just a little run from like here to here, right? From like here to here, I just seen me make $1,000. So you're not trying to get the most catastrophic of all time candles on the downside. You're just trying to get in profit. Just a little one, right? Just a little one. And that'd be something that you can make a whole lot of money with. And go up here, test 200. She come down a little bit. You put your stop in profit. So even if she does decide to run up after, and I got this blue thing here, the blue is the zone where I would get puts. She come down a little bit and decides to run up after, it's cool because you're trading So you're trading a 200 EMA on a rejection. So now, honestly, we had to change the plan a little bit. You never really want to change the plan, but this is actually a part of the plan. So it's the 200 EMA / VWAP rejection, right? It's not just the 200 EMA or just the VWAP, it's both. She come back up here to see where those buyers at that was there before, exhaust them, and then try to push. So then you would just need to make money on just a little drop. If she kept dropping, great. I'm on a 5-minute time frame. But that's how you would play it, and that's how you would do it and run it. So you said Keenan Grace radio, no face cam. Right. So, okay, boom. I'm looking back at this trade. Now she's at 9. Now she's at 9. I could enter it at 9. I could, if I get in at 9 and 8, I can put my stop loss even at 5. With 2 contracts, boom. Now I'm only risking $8. I could up my risk. I could get 4 or 5 contracts. Let's see. I get 5 contracts. Boom. $20. Now you could do this exercise. Go practice your charting. Go practice everything like that. And what you'll do is you will get good at doing your stop loss. This is a stop loss lesson. A stop loss lesson. A stop loss lesson. But if she does decide to just say, you know what? F it. Screw it all. I'm running up. Your stop loss will hit and you'll be out. And the most you will risk, like I originally said, was $20. The most you will risk is $20. And that's even if you got 5 of these contracts when you're practicing. So you could do it with 1 and risk $4 by getting in at 9. And if it stops you out at 5, it is what it is. That's how you're going to practice. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And, I got to change the strike. Yeah, you can change the strike. But again, the lesson should still stand. I got y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you in the next one, family. Again, Keenan Grace out. Play this lesson back so you could understand how to use that stop loss. This was a masterclass in stop losses. Take care.